Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. How are you?
I'm good, alhamdulillah. आप सुनाओ क्या हाल चाल?
Alhamdulillah. All good. All good. So, kaisa? How was your day?
Yeah, day was good. After many days of procrastinating, I finally finished some work.
It feels good once you finish something which you have been thinking to complete. And sometimes
Right,
those
right.
tasks are really simple as well. But still, पता नहीं किसी चीज में अटक गए तो बस अटक ही जाते हैं. Yeah, it feels good.
Exactly. It's actually that same will I was talking about ना about the facade. So facade तो अब जो फर्स्ट ऑप्शन में भेजा था क्लाइंट को अल्टीमेटली वही पसंद आया हालांकि बाद में 2-3 भेजा मैं लेकिन फर्स्ट ऑप्शन ही
Mhm.
पसंद आया एंड तो उसी के वर्किंग ड्राइंग्स आई वाज वर्किंग आई हैड टू आई इट्स अ 1 or 2 day जॉब बट
Mhm.
करेंगे करेंगे करके आज टुडे एक्चुअली द क्लाइंट हिमसेल्फ कॉल्ड he asked for some other drawings so उसके साथ he asked for this so I told him yeah, it is almost done I'll send you within a day or two तो वो जब
Okay.
प्रेशर आता तो ऑटोमेटिकली जो है ना बैठ जाते काम पे हो जाता काम
सही.
right right so but alhamdulillah yeah it's not fully done but it's almost 60-70% done tomorrow hopefully I'll complete the rest of it and close that project inshallah.
चलो सही है. And I think we'll get back to what we were discussing. I think we finished my side of the story regarding
Right.
lands versus apartments. So what have you been thinking? आप बताओ अपना.
Yeah, so well, personally, mashallah, compared to you, I have much less experience in buying and selling properties. Because most of whatever experience I have is has been heavily influenced by my elders.
Mhm.
So uh, so my father, due to I don't know whatever reasons. One reason to ek tha कि obviously back then I'm sure your father also your parents must have said कि Banjara Hills, Mehdipatnam सब जंगल एरिया थे कोई जाता भी नहीं था. But Alhamdulillah, your father and along with him, I'm talking about the same company ke colleagues, your father, Faiz uncle, and also I think Masood uncle. You guys purchased the land and mashallah now we see the development in that area. So my father was still skeptical कह रहे वो जंगल है कौन जाता करता ये लोग ले लिए कर लिए करके. So he did not invest in any faraway places. The only land he ever invested in was close by in Vattapalli area. You know that area, right? Close, it's nearby to my home.
Okay.
Right.
It is near
So
Falaknuma, I guess, right?
yeah, yeah. If you remember, in this last trip of yours, when coming back from Vikarabad, I got you through those galiya, the
Right,
city
right.
ke. Yeah, that
सही है,
area
सही है.
exactly is Vattapalli. So it was
Okay.
empty land back then. But what happened, I don't know, late 90s or early 2000s, mein, because my uncle who was here, Chacha, who was into construction, he was the one taking care and everything. But he said, because we were in the kingdom, my uncle called my dad and he told him कि यहाँ पर जो है कब्जे हो रहे पहलवानों के ये वो आप जो है वो ज़मीन बेच दो कर दो बोल के थोड़ा सा डरा दिया उन्होंने. My dad tried to postpone it कि चलो let it be for a couple of months when we come on vacation we can see and all. But I don't know what the reason was. But anyhow, he made my father sell that piece of land.
Mhm.
So compared to
Okay.
what he purchased it in, it wasn't that much of an ROI. Like ज़्यादा नहीं बढ़ा था obviously क्योंकि बहुत जल्दी ही बेचने लगा दिए थे. डेफ़िनेटली
अच्छा.
अगर रीसेंट टाइम्स तक रहता तो काफ़ी बढ़ जाता उसके प्राइसें. बट एनी हाउ
Right.
सो वो तो ख़ैर बेच दिए बट वो बेचे बाद से जो उसका जो भी वैल्यू थी वो एक साथ नहीं आई एंड इट केम इन किस्तों में आई एंड कंप्लीटली भी नहीं व्हाटएवर रीजंस अल्लाह वाला आई एम नॉट ब्लेमिंग एनीवन आई डोंट नो द डिटेल्स ऑफ इट. तो वो एक एक्सपीरियंस के बाद से डैड गॉट रियली अपसेट एंड ही वाज वेरी थिंक कि भाई चलो वी डोंट हैव टू ही डिडंट गो आफ्टर इन्वेस्टिंग इन एनीथिंग. So after coming back to India, the house which I am currently living in, it was on sale.
Mhm.
It was just the ground floor. So my other uncles kind of forced my dad to, buy it, and alhamdulillah he did. So that was a good investment. And the second thing was ancestral land में जो उनके बहना थे, my pupus, they sold their land. They said they didn't want it. It was just behind our old house. So that
Okay.
my father purchased. So these two were the two properties my father, invested in. And
Mhm.
but yeah, they are nearby, close by to me. And Abibi, you remember we visited Shadnagar. You showed me your properties, and you kind of told me to buy. Lekin everyone is like, उतनी दूर है, कौन ख्याल रखता करता, those typical
भाई अब
Telugu.
it is time that you grow out of your shell. Okay, it is
I
time.
know that. No, no, you've been telling me that. I remember you've been telling me that since college. Ke, even for house, you told me
Not
to नहीं
not
करता.
even and no college का तो भाई we were young, that's fine, but now after I would say 2020 you need to come out and you do. I would suggest you not to depend on others क्योंकि mostly क्या रहता मालूम, ये जो अपने करीब वाले ही रहते हैं ना,
Right.
they are very good, they are very supportive, but sometimes they
Mm.
are the ones who take us down
Yeah,
unknowingly. It might it
who
might
hold us back.
it yes, it might not be on purpose or something. Some might be on purpose as well, but it happens that they are the ones who, rather than uplifting, will hold us back.
Mm.
Except
Yes,
I'm saying our own like parents or siblings. Apart from
of
that, the
course.
relatives or you know people around, they
Yeah.
not all will be supportive of what you're doing. So now you need to grow out of that कि भाई he will tell उन्हों approval देना तो ही मैं ये करूँगा ये. I'm adult enough. I'm over 18. I'm almost a double of 18 now.
Right.
मतलब आप भी I think 32 33 के तो होंगे. So
जी, जी.
you're capable enough to own up to your decisions. So I think it's enough time that you need to leave it back के भाई I'll take care whatever happens. I'll own up to it. मतलब लोगों का क्या है कि भाई आप करेंगे हमको भुगतना पड़ेगा. नहीं भाई हम
हाँ, नहीं,
अगर कुछ
सही है.
अगर अच्छा फायदा होगा तो भी it will be mine, and if it's a loss
Right.
then also I will take care of it. That's one thing that you need to do. Everything
नहीं,
yeah,
नहीं.
मतलब that's my suggestion.
No, that helps.
Will help because क्योंकि अब with my experiences and my dad's experiences as well, यही हुआ था क्योंकि जो तीन चार जगहों पे जो प्लेसेस पे वी हैड सम एक्सपीरियंसेस. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल क्या रहता किसी को people in our extended families or anywhere, some might be related to some venture, and they might be
Hmm.
getting some commission from there. So
Hmm.
they won't think that will this property be giving any benefit to my relatives in the long term future. They will not think anything about that. They will only think कि
Right.
भाई if this person buys it, I am getting this commission. ओके.
Right.
अब वो
Hmm.
कहाँ है प्रॉपर्टी किधर भी रहने दो और मतलब बस इन्हें ले लिया तो मेरे को. So that I'm all for people getting you, supporting you in investing and making
Hmm.
themselves some commission. That's fine. But you
Right.
think about their benefit as well. You think that
Yes,
कि
yes.
भाई, in 10 years time, this and this is coming here. So that's the reason I'm asking you for your benefit. And I have done all the research inside out that if you take here, मेरे को तो होगा ही होगा बेनिफिट थोड़े दिन का. मतलब वो कितना होगा आपको
Hmm.
जितना भी बढ़ा लिया आप कमीशन. इफ यू आर गेटिंग अ लाख और 2 लाख का whatever
Yeah.
commission you will get, but you will get the benefit in the long term, right? If they show genuinely, obviously, once you get that benefit after 10 years, 15 years down the line, you will also, dua you will give to that person that, bhai, सही चीज दिखाया था बंदा and
सही है।
he convinced us to get it. But most people, 90% of the people won't do that. They will just
या
look कि भाई अब कहीं भी ले लो भाई, ये है, ये वेंचर में आई एम गेटिंग सम बेनिफिट, आप यहाँ ले लो अब। and ये experience has happened to
राइट,
a couple of places that we have taken, and it has gone nowhere. It has
राइट,
gone
राइट,
nowhere. Like in, but that is something that but obviously it is land, and it will, holding on to it, someday or the other it will grow. Okay.
राइट,
So you shouldn't be panicking, or yeah, it is not increasing, its value is not increasing, just sell it in whatever amount is coming. No, if it's not coming right now, it will come 10 years down the line. You just got to be patient and leave it. Unless you need
राइट,
emergency money out of it, well, you
राइट,
just leave it and forget about it and just take care of it a little bit. So it won't be a loss in long term, that's
यस,
for sure. But you may feel कि भाई you were undone, you weren't given what you were expecting.
यस,
So अब ये ऐसा हुआ है couple of places पे, but still that alhamdulillah didn't hold back uh, my family from investing in other places, because there were a lot of genuine people who wanted
राइट,
the genuine benefit for themselves as well as um for our family. So he kept on investing, and as you know, there were issues as well. जैसा ये
राइट,
जैसा आप ये बोल रहे हैं कि भाई लैंड के इश्यूज को यहाँ आ गए कि ये हो गया, वो तो भाई रहते पहले तो बहुत ज्यादा रहते थे इन 90s
यस, यस,
2000s, यू आर करेक्ट अबाउट दैट, बट
या,
recent times में it's pretty less, but still there
यस,
is, still there is. I think it is about the thinking of the people. If you're what do you call, like, आप किसी चीज which is not yours, if you're taking it,
हुँ,
अभी तो आपको फायदा हो जाएगा, but in the long term you are losing your peace of mind, you're losing making others lose their peace of mind, right? Once
राइट,
अगर आप किसी की चीज लेंगे, so that person won't be quiet, right? That person
राइट,
won't be quiet. He will also retaliate and everything, all things will go haywire. So rather than that, but yeah, negative people are everywhere. So got to be,
एब्सोल्युटली,
aware of them, but still we shouldn't be stopping ourselves. And yeah, तो आपको ये करना है कि आपके जो रुकावट बन रहे, you have to get out of
Yeah,
that first. Then
true.
you will be able to move forward.
Right.
Hmm.
So yeah, you are absolutely right about that. But the thing is, like I like, of course, both our parents they didn't involve us in household activities a lot in the beginning. Of course, after coming back to India and after completing our colleges, थोड़ा सा किए माशाल्लाह से आपके अच्छे किए मेरे को उतना नहीं किए समझ लो so so everyone knows ke, I don't have experience in these things and they think I'm still young and I can't take decisions. And also one more thing that happened if you I remember when we after my dad's passing away we sold our old house. When we sold our old house, my maternal uncle he purchased it, and being the eldest in the family, he was like, first you build yourself a passive income, and then you can invest करके. So I was like,
Right.
चलो ठीक है, I will invest say 50% of it. I'll build a passive income in the land or property that I have. Now land में क्या था?
Right. That's a
Is
good idea.
I invested in the land. Whatever amount I had at that time, 100% utilize हो जा रहा
Mhm.
था. And that land is actually too inside. And वहाँ पर apartments तो यानी कि रेंट के लिए चलते हैं, सेलिंग के लिए तो बिल्कुल भी नहीं चलते.
सही है.
Because the access is to inside, बाइक से जा सकते हैं, कार तो बिल्कुल भी नहीं.
Right.
So I thought कि चलो I'll invest in my current home, which my mom was against because she's like, जिस घर में रहते वो घर को rent पे नहीं देना करके. But I was
That's
like, चलो
that's
50
that's almost the same thinking, right? You remember like where we stayed, where we currently stay as well.
Yes.
We have never rented it out because my dad has been very against that because he's like, uh, एक तो privacy का issue, उसके अलावा, you don't want people to be sharing your home, like even if it's a different floor or anything,
Mm.
you stay independently. हालांकि all the houses in this colony they have G+2, G+3 and all that stuff, and everybody is renting at least I think two families or three families on each floor. But still,
Yes.
and I have realized that right now I'm understanding because बोलते देखो, you don't understand what your parents say at that point. You will understand the
Yes.
process
Yes.
later on. So
Yeah.
I understand that now, and I feel that is the correct decision because you know हर चीज में involvement रहता because if someone is paying you money, then he is
Mm.
expecting some kind of
Mm-hmm.
service from you, uh,
Right.
and if it's in your own home, then rather than having peace in your home, even in your home, you will be thinking about, Arey bhai, the water is not coming or the electricity is
Right.
going
Right.
off. Uh, Home is for a place where you just need to relax, have fun or with your family. It's not a place to be just thinking about what's going on uh, for the sake of others. If you're thinking for
Right.
your own, that is completely all right. But just for the sake
Right.
of others, it doesn't make sense. So I understand that now, and I feel that is actually that is the way to move forward rather than renting. You make rental buildings at n number of places, but not
Right.
in the place where you are staying. Right?
Right.
Rent
Right.
it out. I'm not against renting out, but that if you have, I mean, not you, if anybody, I'm talking about
Mm.
generally, like rent out any number of places. But the thing is, not your own home, because that will,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes take the peace of mind away because you will get repeatedly from the tenants when there is an issue. They'll be, pestering. They won't be doing it on purpose, but because they are paying and it's their home, so they want that
Right.
convenience,
Right.
and that's the reason they'll be doing. So yeah, I don't
Right.
blame them as well, but that's how it is. If you have made a decision to, rent out your place, then you will have to bear of what's going on.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, absolutely. But I thought in terms of return value ROI. So if I would have invested in that backland, whatever rent I would have gotten with the 3, 4 flats, currently I am getting higher with building, the second floor in my home and then a G+1 house in that land. So I thought in that way, ROI किस में ज़्यादा आ रहा. So again, my intention was कि चलो यहाँ 50% लगाए बाद 50% कहीं invest करेंगे, buying a land or something. But वो ultimately जो है ना वहीं पे लगे. So वो ऐसा हुआ. So again, that's what I'm trying to say. कि my decisions, they were heavily influenced. They still are influenced. I'm not able to take anything on my own. I am trying, working towards it. लेकिन definitely रहता, स्पेशली when your फादर नहीं है तो हर कोई जो है ना अपना वो कर सजेशन देने के लिए आते हैं। तो खैर, ऐसा कुछ वो नहीं है। But I'm just saying that that is the current situation.
No, no,
Coming back to,
absolutely. I totally understand that. I totally understand that, but what I suggest is, suggestions आप सबसे लीजिए. Suggestions
right,
लेने
right.
में बिल्कुल, very respectfully you hear out everybody's suggestion, but do what you want to do. Because at the end of the
Yes,
day,
yes.
you are answerable to yourself, right? You will not be saying, "अरे मैं ये कर लेता तो," So we got to be true to ourselves, right? What we like.
Yes,
rather
yes,
than I
yes.
am telling you, हैदराबाद में सजेशन देने वाले, एडवाइस देने वाले तो बहुत है, फ्री की एडवाइस ही है.
बहुत
There are
बहुत
a lot of memes about that as well. So you got to take everybody's advice respectfully, and then decide your own course of action. But that's something.
right. Coming back to, like we discussed about land versus apartment, definitely land or a, G+1 or G+2 property is definitely the best if you're looking for investment. Like the two projects in Kerala, me and Obed are working on, you know of them. So those are really good opportunities to
Right.
buy, not just in the city, but even farmlands like these properties that are, developments are
Right.
happening. But like I said, यहाँ Mangalore में, I think because of the value or without because of the lack of land, people prefer apartments, and they don't buy apartments with the intention of ROI. They buy it to stay. So in that way, it is totally different perspective. So you can't say कि
Right.
चलो apartment is better या worse बोल के. But yes, definitely those who want are looking for investment. Apartment, if you buy it at the time of construction, then once it's complete, you may get a higher, better price.
Right.
But if you buy a ready-made apartment, then definitely बहुत slow growth होती है उसकी.
Right. But the thing is, as you mentioned, you're thinking, कि भाई, people are not buying for ROI, they are buying for living. Bhai, can't you
Right.
live on rent?
No, that's the thing, that's a lot of
No.
people. No, no, I understand. I completely agree with you. I am actually for living on rent, and investing the amount like you suggested yesterday. लेकिन people have this tendency कि भाई अपना like अपना छत नहीं अपना जमीन नहीं बोले जैसा वो thinking रहती है.
Right.
तो उससे पीपल बाई के चलो घर नहीं तो नहीं एटलीस्ट जितना अमाउंट है उसमें अपार्टमेंट तो आ जा रहा ना चलो लेट्स बाय इट एंड ऑफ कोर्स अपार्टमेंट्स बिकॉज या मैंगलोर में देयर आर देयर आर हार्डली एनी अपार्टमेंट जैसा अपने हैदराबाद में रहते हैं कोई भी छोटे मोटे प्लॉट्स है
Hmm.
कोई भी बना लगा करके यहाँ तो अच्छे
हाँ.
डेवलपमेंट्स है एंड एमिनिटीज़ वगैरह के साथ like the current apartment I'm living in, this is by Landmark Group. It's really good. Two blocks है, अच्छी building है. There is a park. There is good amenities and security वगैरह अच्छी है यहाँ पर. So these kind of apartments में people buy and they live. Depending on because again the thing पे मैं अपना खुद का घर है किसी को रेंट नहीं दे रहे अपन जो भी है अपन कर सकते करके. एंड बिकॉज ऑफ द अमाउंट ऐसा कि यहाँ पे आई थिंक 50-60 लाख में आपको एक डिसेंट 2 BH का अपार्टमेंट मिल जाता. इट्स नॉट दैट
Hmm.
एक्सपेंसिव जैसा हैदराबाद जैसे हैदराबाद में 1 CR वगैरह के रहते ऑब्वियसली यहाँ पे भी रहते वैसे लाइक आई देर इज एन अपार्टमेंट हियर जिसमें लिफ्ट टेक्स यू टू योर ओन फ्लैट हर फ्लोर पे एक ही
Right.
फ्लैट जैसा है तो
Right.
बस टाइप के एक्सपेंसिव रहते हैं बट अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट डेफिनेटली रेंट रेंट पे रहना ज़्यादा लोग पसंद नहीं करते इट्स वेरी रेयर के पीपल किसी मजबूरी में दे डू दैट इफ दे हैव सम मनी इफ दे आर एबल
Right.
टू बाय एन अपार्टमेंट दे विल बाय एन अपार्टमेंट एंड देन
No,
व्हेन
no,
दे हैव इनफ मनी
yes.
दे विल बाय
Sorry to
लैंड और अ
interrupt you.
हाउस. No problem.
Right. I totally understand that, that thinking, and because इंडिया में वैसी thinking है, हम अब मैं भी रहा तो वही thinking रहती कि भाई किराए पे क्या करूँगा. Right. But
Right.
if I'm thinking about those people who want to grow, right? Who want to grow,
Yes,
who
yes.
are who are getting a little bit of, who have a little bit of amount. So they should not invest the entire amount into के भाई मैं पूरा फ्लैट में डाल दे के बैठूंगा.
No,
They
no,
shouldn't
true.
do that. They should, for a place to live, they can rent it out,
Hmm.
right? And they can invest somewhere on the outskirts where you're getting a much bigger place of a piece of land, which
Right.
you can flip in about 5 years, or even if it's a good idea, you can flip in 2 to 3 years and make a
Right,
little
right,
bit of ROI. And
right.
then after a few years, again, you with that profit and with that total capital, you invest somewhere else, and you repeat that cycle every 3 to 4 years. And
Yes,
that's
yes.
how you can again, you'll reach some place that you'll be able to, near the city or somewhere, you'll be able to purchase a good home. That's the time you
Right.
purchase, like,
Right.
10,
Right.
15 years down the line. Till that time, there's no, I understand क्योंकि इंडिया में ऐसा है कि अपना खुद का घर रहना and all that
Hmm.
stuff,
Hmm. Hmm.
even for रिश्ते and all that stuff. But
Yeah.
still,
Yeah.
people shouldn't be thinking in that manner. They should be thinking, as I
Hmm.
mentioned, take advice from everybody, but
Yes.
do what is suitable for you, because at the end
Right.
of the
Right.
day, it is us who have to live with ourselves, right? So it
Yeah.
applies to me
So.
as well. I'm not a person who's doing everything right, I guess. If somebody else looks at my life, they'll be like, you can achieve so much more and you have so much more potential, and you're not
Right.
doing it. But yeah, but I think it needs to be that you need to have the peace, that where you are. You need to have that
Right.
peace, and obviously you should have that fire and ambition to go somewhere, because that is
Hmm.
the only thing that will keep you moving forward, right? If you don't have that, you will be stagnant and you will not be able to grow or do anything. So if you have any goal in mind and you are working on that, that is perfectly fine. Uh, but some other people might have some other perception. They might be thinking that your goal is not correct. Your goal should be
Hmm.
some other goal. But if
Right.
you are, if you are at peace with what goals you are having, then I think
Yes.
that is absolutely fine.
Right. Exactly. So yeah, that was
So
my brief experience, but Alhamdulillah, this gave a lot of insight, both our suggestions and everything. So I think
I
this was a
hope
good
I
session.
hope you have received the entire amount
Yeah,
now.
I
Where
have
is that?
I have received the entire amount. I can yeah, I have received the entire amount.
But it's not in your control yet. That's what I feel from you.
Yeah, yeah, it's with my mom, and she kept it
Yeah,
inside
mom is,
between her.
yeah. At least, if it is us and our parents, then it's fine. No
Yeah,
third party should be
absolutely.
there.
Yes, yes. No, no, yeah, it
Third
is
party
so
shouldn't be there.
trustworthy.
Because when the third
Yes,
party comes in, that control is lost.
yes,
Because
true.
uh, parents and us, we can discuss, we can evaluate, and we can convince. That is there. But
Right.
uh, uh, any third person shouldn't be there. That's what I have in mind. So
No, no,
that's
definitely.
great. Then
Alhamdulillah, yes.
then so let's that was a
Wrap
good
this up.
intense, I think, what do you call, uh,
Yeah.
getting the truths out, or getting whatever we had you know
Yes.
filled. We were just emptying out. So yeah,
Yeah.
hopefully we can grow forward from here.
Inshallah,
So see you
inshallah,
then,
for sure.
inshallah. See you in the next video, and we'll come up with some good topics as well.
Right. Take
Okay,
care. Allah
take care.
Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.
If you liked our discussion, make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and follow us on Instagram.